Never trust strangers. Why, you ask? Trust me, I was naive once. And with that, welcome to the second OvalFox news video on this channel. So today's topic is going to be about scams and phishing, especially like in the more modern times. And the reason for this is I want to educate you guys about it and warn you guys about those fucking scams with my, let's say, experience as a victim, unfortunately. So this video is going to be divided into two parts. So the first part is going to be about my experience, like what happened, what went through my mind, my head, and all of that shit. And the second half is going to be about how you can spot those scams, those sketchy people, sketchy procedures and stuff. And yeah, I've also like noticed and found a couple indications, a couple things that could indicate that it's most likely a scam or just something fake in general. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get right into it. So how did all of this start? It started over on Discord when I got a random message request from a random guy who was in the Discord server of Wild Assault, and at first I thought to myself like, yeah, maybe I should ignore the message, but I was kind of like, but I had like a feeling that it was like something, hey, do you want to like play some Wild Assault sometime? So I was like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll ask him, maybe I'll message him back. And as you can see on the screenshots, I'll just blend in, just put in right here, right, how all of the conversation went. So he pretty much started asking like uncommon weird questions. At that time I didn't think like of it as weird or something. I was just like, yeah, okay, sure. So I had like no suspicion of it being a scam. So yeah, apparently that guy thought that I purchased one of his flip knives from fucking CSGO, even though there was like nothing on my account, not in my inventory, not in my purchase history, nothing. And with that he got like my empathy with him, so I felt like bad for him, and I tried like to reason with him, and I guess it went well, at least from the outside. And then he sent me like the email to email the Steam support, and spoiler alert, it was a fake email, obviously. But me being naive at the time, I didn't really bother to check. So to basically sum up the conversation, he told me that guy told me that he reported me with all of his friends, and he got the message from Steam, or in this case fake Steam, that they are going to permanently ban my account. So of course I wasn't gonna have that, and I of course wrote like an email to that fake Steam support, which I didn't know that at the time. Yeah, and then I got a reply a couple minutes after that from the fake Steam support that basically told me to add a Steam account as a friend to discuss it. And at the end of the email, it basically said if you failed or refused to cooperate with us in this serious matter, your account will be permanently banned or on Steam due to the said issues. And I have to remind you guys, I was kind of in a panic or desperate state to like save my account, so I obviously couldn't think straight. And after I had added that guy on Steam, he told me to add him on Discord and get, well, in a call with him, like whenever I was ready, for the validation process, right? To recover my Steam account. And I should also mention, before he added me on Discord, apparently my account had some illegal activity going on there, but obviously it was a bluff, which again I didn't know at that time. Right. I told him that I was ready, so he started the call, which lasted about 3 hours. So anyways, that guy tried to make me do a like valid payment through, I don't know, like anything at that point, like either through PayPal, my bank, my credit cards and stuff. And thank God I'm still like underage, because I mean I have like no, because there's like much money on my fucking bank balance on my credit cards. So that was like the reason why the purchase like didn't even work. I mean, I have to tell you guys, I'm like completely new to this whole bank system, payments, credit card payment and stuff, so I guess that was a good thing. And after those 3 goddamn long hours of him trying to scam me, unsuccessfully, obviously, we decided to call off the day, because I mean it was like, I don't know, around 1 or fucking 2 a.m. in the night, and I was like already kind of stressed because of this shit and stuff. Yeah. I also forgot to mention that throughout the call I accidentally, well, not accidentally, but he basically manipulated me to give him access to my account. So yeah, that was that. That meant that my account was compromised and I couldn't like log in. He logged me out of my Steam mobile account, of like every device which was connected to the Steam account. Changed the password, changed the email, and yeah, basically I was locked out from my account at that point. After that call, I had like no other guy to contact other than Mitz, so I reached out to him, and I now realize that I should have probably approached it a bit differently, but now I know. I'm sorry, Mitz. I told him the story, like the situation over text in short form, and I asked him if he could help me with it. And obviously Mitz was a bit skeptical, which he told me like later on in the call. But I managed to convince him to get into a call. And as soon as I started telling him about like my complete situation, like in long form, he immediately noticed that it was probably a scam. So yeah, I was kind of still devastated during the call. So yeah, that was rough. Regardless, Mitz handled the situation like it was nothing. So after I think 1 or 2 hours of trying to get my account back, or in that case message the real Steam support, we were able to send Steam like the email, or in that case also open a ticket to contact Steam support. And once again, Mitz thank you very, very much for helping me out there. I have no idea what I would have done without you, or who I would have contacted. You've earned like 100% of my trust and loyalty, especially after that. After we had contacted Steam support, we had no other choice but to wait for a response. And not even 12 hours later, and I already received an email from Steam support. Actually, I got 2 emails from Steam. The first one was about the ticket, in which they basically said that that the proof of ownership that I sent them wasn't like completely solid, but they still managed to find out that I really was the owner of my account. And in the second email, they sent me a new password to log into my account again. So I did it, I logged back into my account, I set up my Steam mobile authorization too, and changed my password once again, and yeah, that was it. I got my account back. We managed to recover it. I really want to say a couple things before we move on to the second part of the video. First of all, you both can go and kindly fuck yourselves. And every other scammer as well. Secondly, once again, Mitz, thank you very much for helping me with this, for going through this shit with me. You're such a lifesaver, Mitz. I really cannot thank you enough. And thirdly, I'll make sure to not be as Mitz would say, a sweet summer's child again. And you should also be careful about that as well. Don't be naive. Don't be like this guy. Just don't. Be skeptical. Always skeptical with strangers. Especially on Discord, on Steam, I don't know. Basically anywhere. Anywhere with any guy that seems sketchy, that is sketchy. And yeah, now let's move on to part 2 of the video. So, how can you tell that you're involved in a scam? That they are trying to scam you? Let's start by the possible chronological order. First, if you get a DM, like in my case, over on Discord, you should always check on their account on the date they created their account. In that case, Roma's account was created the day he messaged me. But if you do respond to that sketchy guy and then tells you or asks you if this is your Steam account or any account at all, that's suspicion number 2. I mean, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Well, that's what Mitz told me anyways. But yeah, now that I look back at it, it's true. I mean, who would start a conversation like that? Suspicion number 3, if they send you screenshots of alleged purchases from your account, which clearly contradicts like your inventory or your purchase history. Suspicion number 4, if the guy who contacted you tells you to explain it to the Steam support, but yeah, that's obviously still kind of sketchy. And if they say, oh, contact this email, this is the Steam support email, don't fucking do it. You should always check if it's the original Steam email. And yeah, that's like another huge suspicion. Another thing I learned from Mitz is that you should always check the Steam community. Take your time and visit the Steam website with their community help. There it says everything about what they do, what they don't do, everything about scams as well. So for example, it says here that no friend or unknown person contacts you through Steam, Discord or any other chat client. And I encourage you guys to always check the Steam community info or any community info at all about those kind of things. And it even says down here, someone you're chatting with indicates they represent Steam support or Valve. I was such an idiot. I mean, how the fuck did I not realize this sooner? I was so fucking stupid. That's quite unbelievable, really. And to all of the other suspicions, which are also listed in the identifying the scam on the Steam website. It also tells you that those type of scams request you to get some kind of Steam gift card or any gift card at all. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, if you do own a smartphone, always check your emails on the smartphone, because Steam's official Steam support email has a verification mark on their email, and if it is looking something like that, then yeah, no, that's fucking fake. I believe that's everything I have to say for now. The message for you guys is to always stay alerted in the unknown parts of the internet, especially with strangers, and always try to think, even if you're in a panicked situation, you should at least really try hard to do that. I mean, I know how that feels. And before you engage in any of this bullshit, try to reach out to your best, let's say, tech guy. In that case, it was for me, Mitz. And with that, thank you for watching this very important video. This very important warning about scammers, especially in the modern times. I mean, it has changed from time to time, and and those fucking scam schemes are still changing to this day. Always watch out for yourselves and for others as well. Be safe and never trust strangers. Trust me, I was naive once.